Alright, welcome to our casino game. So the goal of this is to deal out 2 cards to the player, deal out 2 cards to the casino, and do a check. Does the person have a pair? And eventually, is it a flush? In our case, for this video, we're just going to check if it's a pair. So to start our game off, we're going to deal those cards. And so we're going to have determine card values and suits. And I'm going to store all of that in some variables. So I'm going to let the first variable be the person's first card, their suit. And I'm not going to do anything with that yet. I'm just going to initialize all of these. So player 1 number. Oops. And just to save a bit of time. So there's their first card. There's their second card. So I'm just going to change these to 2. So card 2. Card 1. Alright, and card 3. Now this is casino. Card 1. It's a little bit less confusing then. And I'm just going to change this to a C for this. So C1 number. And then casino card 2. All right. And again, just changing these to C's. So now we have all of our variables we need. Let's just make this person card 1. It's bothering me a little bit that it's not all the same. There we go. So now we have everything we need for variables to store the information about the card. The suit, the number for 4 different cards. Now we need to actually generate the suits and the numbers. I think it's actually easier to generate the number first. So let's go make a generate number function. So I'm just going to put declaring functions. And our first one is going to be generate number for card. Okay. What I want to call this is just function get number. And we're not going to pass in any parameters for this one. We're going to worry more about using return values in this case. So I'm just going to say the number is equal to. And if you watch the last video, what we're going to do is take a math.random. That's going to give us a decimal. And I'm going to times that by, now what do I want? I want between 1 and 10. So we do 10 minus 1, so the max minus the min, plus 1 to make sure we actually get the 10. So 10 minus 1 is 9, plus 1 is 10. So there we go. Now that's just going to give us from 0 to 9, so I need to add 1. So I'm adding my minimum. And that's only so far going to give me a decimal. So I'm going to floor this then. So math.floor. That'll just give me whatever the whole number is, or the integer is there. All right, so we got the number, and now I need to return that value from this. So I'm going to just return the number, or that variable where I stored it. All right, so this is get number. So we're going to go here, get number. And that's it. And we can do that for all of these now. So it's pretty quick. This is where functions really shine. Not even sure why I'm writing all this. I can just copy and paste it. Copy, paste. Ooh, we need an equal sign. And equal sign. So just using our random numbers, we should be able to declare that, or sorry, not declare that, determine that all at once. Let's just make sure it's working though. I'm going to use a console.log. And I should be able to pick any of these ones. So I'll just do C1 number and just see, hey, is this actually working? It is. Okay, it gave me 6. So I want between 1 and 10. So let's just try a few more times. 2, 8, 10, 9. Okay, good. Looks like it's working. Perfect. I'm just going to comment this out. I'm going to need that console.log again pretty quick. Okay, so that gives us our number. Now we need to determine what our suit is. So we're going to make another function. And this one is going to be generate or determine suit. Ooh, not suits. We're not wearing these. So let's do a function, and I'll call it get suit. And what do I need for that suit? Now some of this is going to be new. We're actually going to use some of this information again. Now this isn't a general enough for me, so I didn't make like pass in parameters. So I just need to kind of rewrite this whole line of code here, because I do need a random number. I'm going to use a random number from 1 to 4 to determine which 4 suits. So like your clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds. So which means I need max minus min. So 4 minus 1 gets me 3, but plus that 1 gets me back to 4. And then plus my minimum, which is 1. So hopefully right here, this should generate a number between 1 and 4. But let's just double check that that is actually true. So console.log. And oh, sorry, this is not a function. I want to get a suit. And let's just see what that gives me. It gives me undefined. And that's because we didn't return this number. So the function runs, but it doesn't return anything back. So we just got to return number. There we go. It should work now. Okay, we got 2. So we sit between 1 and 4. 1, 3, 3, 4. Yep, looks pretty good to me. So I'm just going to delete that. Now I'm going to get rid of this return, because return will stop the function right there. Now this part is new. I could go if number equals 1, then do blah, 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 else if number equals 2, blah, blah, blah. And you know where this is going. It's starting to get a little bit annoying though, especially when I have like such nice distinct numbers like, oh, it's 1, it's 2. Okay, there's got to be a faster way. There is. We're going to use what's called a switch. And you pass in some kind of information. So I'm going to pass in the number. So meaning if number is 1, this becomes 1. If it's 4, it becomes 4. And then we have to just write out all the cases. So like case 1, meaning if this is 1, it goes to here. You don't have to start case 1. If like the first number I could get is 5, this would be case 5. But in our case, we have case 1. So that's good. Notice that this is not a semicolon, just a colon. And if it says return 1, or sorry, case 1, I'm going to return the value clubs. And that's going to be as a string. Oops. Okay, another case 2. And it doesn't really matter what order we do this in. So I'm going to do hearts. Oops, I got to return that. So I'll do return. Oh boy, I messed up here. Sorry. So let's just cut that, and that should go in my return. There we go. That's better. All right, case 3. I want to return spades. And finally, if I roll a 4, I want to return diamonds. There we go. And that should be semicolon. Okay, so basically to reiterate, if number comes out as like a 2, it's going to get, nut 2 is going to get put into here. It's going to say, okay, go to the case that says 2, and that's going to return hearts. And let's make sure that's working. So what I call is get suit. So console.log get suit. And let's see if that's working. So there we go, diamonds, spades, clubs. Looks like it's running all of them, which is good. We know that it was already running 1 to 4. We checked that before. Okay, good. So now, and because these are all return values, I can just put each one of these variables as equal to that function. So get suit, and then equals, again, I should just be copying and pasting this. Copy, paste, paste, and paste. Okay, there we go. So now we've just given all 4 cards a suit by running that function 4 times. Now let's start seeing what our hand looks like. So Casino deals them out. They probably, first thing you do, you look at your cards. And you're going to reveal them. Now I'm going to reveal them all at once. I think that's just easier for us. I don't like having 20 alerts. Maybe if this was like in a nice HTML over here, hey, that might look really cool. Reveal one, reveal the other. But for now, for my purpose, I'm just showing you the logic here. So I'm going to say you were dealt A, and then we're going to have to use some concatenation. So usually do the number first. So this will be P1 number. So this is our first card. And then you say the suit. So blank of blank. Now that suit is also sitting inside a variable. And it's in that P1 suit. And then end that sentence. Well, actually, I'm just going to go to a new line. So that's my line break. And then we'll see what the second card was. So your second card was a blank. So then our P2 number plus, and again, we do the suit second. That's normally how you would say it. So like a 2 of hearts, 2 of spades, whatever it happens to be. And then we need to put our variable here. What do we use? We use P2 suits. And let's just see how this looks. So we run it. P2 suits is not, is it just suit? Oh yeah, just suit. There you go. Okay, you were dealt a 1 of diamonds. Your second card was a 3 of clubs. Perfect. And if we do this again, everything should change. Yeah, the numbers changed, and I'm pretty sure these changed. Let's just see one more time. Oh yeah, diamonds, diamonds. Perfect. Okay, so now we got things changing. You know what? It might be nice just to do in a second alert. So we'll do an alert. I'd also like to comment this. So telling card hands, or revealing. Yeah, telling sounds weird. Revealing card hands. Card hands. There we go. You know what? A lot of this is the same. So I'm just going to copy and paste this whole thing and make it sound like it's the casino instead. No reason to write this twice. So the casino was dealt a blank of, and this time it's just a C1 because that's what we said was our variable for the first card, and C1 suit, and I guess the casino's second card was a, and again casino card 2 is up here, so it's going to be C2 of suit. Okay, let's see how that looks. So we were dealt a 3 of clubs, 10 of diamonds. The casino was dealt a 3 of diamonds. The casino second card was an A8 of clubs. I wish that would be an N there, but we're not going to worry about that. Okay. So we revealed the card hands, and now we need to see who wins. Well, at least we're going to see determine who has a pair. I'm going to let you do the determining who wins as part of a assignment. All right, so we need a little bit of logic here. I think it's actually better if we make this into a function, though, just so that you could use it again if you want to do some kind of comparing. So check, check pair, and I'm gonna use a okay, declare a variable, function that says is pair. I'm gonna take in 2 parameters, card 1, card 2. So I know it says C1, C2, it's confusing because it could be like casino 1, casino 2, but these are just any card, 1, 2. We're going to use an if statement. So if they're a pair, they should be equal. So if C1 is equal to C2, what do we want to happen? We want to return true. So we're going to use some Boolean logic here. We'll explain why in a second. So we're going to go else. Otherwise return false. So we only got 2 options. It's either true or it's false. And how we can use that is when we go back to determine who has the pair. We're going to run that. So we're going to run an if statement. Now remember, an if statement, if this condition is true, it runs it. If it's false, it doesn't run it. So if I run our function is pair, and I need 2 parameters to come in here. We said, what is it? Card 1, card 2. Okay. So we just got to make sure it's from the same person. And what did I name these? Just the numbers. So P1 number, P2 number. Okay, so P1 number. Oh, it even gives them to me. P2 number. There we go. What do we want to happen if that is true? Well, we're going to give them alert. And we're going to say, you have a pair. Get excited, put an exclamation mark there. Okay. If that's not true, then it's false. So here, this is just checking if it's true, which is what we returned. We're either returning true or false on this is pair. And otherwise, we're just going to say alert, you have nothing. Little sad face there if you want. Okay. So let's run that. We're just going to check ours and see if it works. So 2 and 8, so we should have nothing. Perfect, you have nothing. Let's try one more time. Maybe we get lucky. Close, 9 and 10. Okay, so that works. So that's for us. Now we're going to check if the casino. So say, a lot of this is the same, so it still is pair, but we're just going to feed in the casino numbers. So we C1, C2, and our alerts are going to change. So if these two numbers are the same, we want to say the casino has a pair. And if they don't, if the numbers are different, the casino has nothing. There we go. So let's try that out. Okay, so we definitely don't have a pair, and neither do they. So they should say we both have nothing. Perfect. Hey, we have a pair. Okay, perfect. And they don't have a pair. So it should say we have a pair. Yes. And casino has nothing. Perfect. I think that's all we're going to do for now. We can check if it's a flush or not, but we'll do that in the next video.